The Maine Attorney General's office has released body camera footage of the shooting of an Aroostook County Sheriff's deputy last month. We want to warn you, the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some.
Jesus, you just hit me. Read. I'm down. All right. Calling him. Medic.
Mercy.
He hit me. Yes, in the shoulder. Come on.
That was the voice of Deputy Shane Campbell saying he had been shot in the shoulder. It happened during a standoff in Portage Lake on February 3rd. According to investigators, after the suspect, 29-year-old Stephen Regini, shot Campbell, state police deployed K-9 Preacher to try to take him into custody. Officers say Regini shot Preacher in the chest and the dog later died. 2 officers returned fire and Regini was killed. Campbell survived his injuries.